Okay, viewers, welcome back, and welcome back to the next video in series of virtualization. We are covering XEN, as you know. In this video, I'm going to cover how would you run a live CD image uh, on XEN. How can you use a live CD image of any distribution on XEN? So first thing to note is that any live CD is configured or is created in such a manner that it's not XEN aware, it's not para virtualization aware. So it has to be run in HVM mode, high hardware assisted virtualization mode. So that means we are going to use almost the same configuration which we used for Windows XP. Now, which images do I have to use? I have Knopix or Nopix STD, Security Tools Distribution. It's an excellent CD. I've got CentOS, Live CD. I've got DSL, Damn Small Linux Live CD, and I'll show you how these can be used. So, coming back to where we are, there are a couple of sample files here, XEN machine example HVM. If you read these files, they are very good documentation configuration files with a lot of documentation. So I'll just show you with less. You see, it's written on with everything documented properly inside it. You can make a copy of this one and use it. Since we've got this Windows XP config file, less WinXP, or I can just use cat small file. It's got a name, it's got a UUID, it's got some RAM here, and physical disk, the C drive and the CD-ROM. Alright, so, and some MAC address. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this WinXP as what? Let's show you damn small Linux first, DSL. So copy WinXP as DSL and edit DSL. I'm going to change the name of the machine to DSL. I'm going to remove UUID altogether because it can be assigned when during runtime when XEN creates a machine. So DD max mem DSL can run on hardware as low as 486 and on RAM as low as 16 megabyte. I'll just give it 512. No worries here. No worries with 2 CPUs. It will work. It should work. Boot from D. It means that boot from CD. This is kind of Windows convention that C and D drive. C drive is considered the boot disk and D drive is always the CD-ROM normally, or it used to be the CD-ROM. So boot is D means if you look here on the disk section, you will see a physical disk section where the actual Windows is installed. This is the partition of my XEN host we use in the earlier videos, and this is the file which represents a CD-ROM drive ISO image. So one by one I'll change all these. I've already changed DSL, max mem, memory, CPUs, boot, ACPI and APIC remains enabled. If there's a problem we can turn them off. So don't use STL as 1. Never use STL as 1, because when you do that and you're running a console like GUI, a console means when you double click any of these virtual machines and you'll get a console, this one, and you close this window like this, the virtual machine itself will be stopped. So since you don't want that behavior, do not enable STL. Just use VNC. Okay, I don't need to use physical disk with this live CD, so I'll remove this physical and just use file, data, CD images, Windows XP CD-ROM, and I'm not going to use Windows XP CD-ROM as well because this is going to be a damn small Linux ISO. So I erase that. I use this here, and you cannot use XM commands. I'll just cover now, forgive me. Okay, virtual interface. I don't want to assign any MAC addresses, it might conflict, so just remove this MAC entry. Just let the bridge and script entries be present. Escape, save and exit. If you run this to run this machine, you would need to run it through the command line, because VMM here doesn't give you any option. Even if you disconnect and reconnect, you won't see this VM DSL here. So you have to run it through command line, and it will only work as root. XM create DSL. Actually, the word should have been start. I wonder why these guys, these excellent guys and creators, I wonder why they use the word create. It's very confusing. Anyway, it will actually start the machine, because we already have this. This is the name of the configuration file, so it already exists. It will create this machine. Domain started. It will show up here. Like this doesn't make much sense, but anyway, it will show up here. And this is the, let's do full screen. This is the 50 megabyte CD. Yes, that's true, and it has got almost everything which you need as a regular on a regular desktop, all GUI based. Press enter and see it boot. Its mouse behaves funny on my PC here, but on my office PC it was working properly. I see it is booting. You see the processor and two processors. It's got the video players, MP3 players, documentation stuff, internet stuff, mail stuff, chat stuff, everything is inside. And it's all on just 50 MB. It's crazy. So let's start Firefox. Down here on the bottom of the screen, which I don't know if you can see my cursor or not, mouse cursor, you will see the status bar. And since this screen is limited to 1024 into 768 of the size, I don't exactly know if it will show up. So let's do this. Let's try going to WBITT.com. Can you imagine Windows packed into 50 MB? Never. You cannot even imagine. And these guys have created a Linux distribution which fits into 50 MB of disk on a business card size CD. Okay, is my site having problems? Or okay, it's not having any problems. Okay, it's up. I'll just close tabs. Okay. Yes, confirm close. Come on. Yeah, this one. Okay, sorry. There are two mouse pointers, so I was unable to see. Okay, you see it's got, if I click here, it's got apps, editors, graphics, office suite, sound, network, tools, games, so much of stuff in it. Okay, so XMMS, lovely, it's just lovely. Okay, so time to exit. Enough demonstration of damn small Linux. Switch exit options, shut down. And I don't want any, come on, I don't want any backup. It is assuming that I created some work files maybe, so it's shutting down now. I'll just show you view full screen, and it should die. And even if it doesn't, it's a live CD. I can always do a shutdown and force off. But if it doesn't behave, I'll do that. If it behaves, well, nothing like it. So you should see it shutting down gracefully, even here on the bottom of the screen. Come on, die. No, it won't listen. Okay, die. Yes, and it doesn't harm anything because, as I just said, it's a live CD, read only, don't bother. Alright, so I'm just going to show you one more example. It's security tools distribution. So what I'm going to do is copy DSL file as std security tools distribution and edit std, call it std VM, boot from D drive, correct, this one not correct. ISO file name needs to be changed, and that is this one. This CD has plethora of security tools. It's an excellent forensics tool, IDS, whatever you name it, it's there inside. It's a lovely distribution. Anything I missed in STD? Name, memory, disk, everything. Okay, great. So start, no, not start. XM, oh come on, XM create. Remember guys, remember viewers, XM create, STD. Domain started, should show up here, and double click, full screen. Okay, it's already there. Don't be mistaken, this clock, this hand watch is part of the logo. It doesn't say that it's waiting on something or processing something. Okay, so it's booting up. It's an HVM. Okay, so it says APM BIOS found, power management functions enabled, processor found, USB found. Okay. Generic monitor 10247768. Starting single X Windows session. Okay, it started. Alright, actually it will show you a panel at the bottom of the screen. My screen is small, so what I'll do is I'll use the right click. Okay, apps, utilities, so many editors and all that, graphics, even paint, sound. It's got this MP3 player in it, lovely. Some games, some programming stuff, shells, internet stuff, browsers, Sylpheed, mail readers, VNC viewer, tight VNC connect, etc. Okay, authentication tools, cryptography tools, IPsec, VPN tunnels tools, forensic tools, firewalls, IDS is down, honeypot, IDS, snort, start, stop. Okay, network tools, packet capturing tools, password tools, so many of tools, wireless tools, air snort. Ooh, the list goes on and on. So I just better shut it down. I just wanted to demonstrate that the live CD can be used. the the benefit of this live CD in particular, this security distribution tools, is great. The idea is you have got like tens of virtual machines running in your Zen host, and you want to perform a security scan on any one of them or all of them. So what you can do is just boot up this security CD of yours, live CD, run these scans, collect some information if some VM is misbehaving, and when done, just shut down the VM. That's all. You don't need to consume the CPU all the time, maybe. So all these penetration testers out there and the security guys who want to keep playing and still don't want to harm their computer, don't want to disturb their disks or partitions or the already existing OS, this is going to be a lovely idea. Okay, it's not shutting down gracefully. It needs a kick on the back. So shut down and force off. Yes, because it's a live CD, it's not changing anything on the disk, so you can always shut it down. It's like pulling the plug out of the wall. Okay, so successfully stopped, and I just demonstrated how you can use live CDs as Xen HVM hosts. So let's mark this as done here, and we'll be covering some other topics from this list in the next videos. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more good stuff, more interesting stuff for you. Hopefully we would be covering this SAN open filer, but everything will come. There's a lot of action coming up. Just keep watching and keep practicing as well. Okay, that's important. Right, thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.